You're watching B7 TV. I'm Layla Burt. This is your Scottish business news. Former Black & Lazar's boss back in eye care market. Former Chief Executive of Black & Lazar's Peter Ivans has re-entered the eye care market with his own optometry practice. The 54-year-old came up with the concept for Peter Ivans Eye Care based around healthcare rather than selling glasses during a year-long sabbatical. Peter Ivans joins us now. Can you tell us about your new concept in eye care?
Well, I had a chance over the last 12 months through travelling, teaching and lecturing to look at various optical models throughout the world. And what struck me was that whilst the NHS in Scotland was of a fantastic standard, technology existed which allowed it to be taken to another level. So we decided to invest in that technology and have spent over £250,000 on the UK's first integrated system that allows us to scan and take digital images of the eye, which allows us to look at the eye in ways that have previously not been possible.
The Bearsden practice features the first Zeiss system in the UK, which is capable of scanning the retina and providing extremely detailed digital images. Ivans hopes the business can reach a £500,000 turnover within 2 years. New airport tax could cost Scottish economy £77 million. Scottish airports predict they will lose up to 1 million passengers by 2014. An industry report suggests the new aviation tax brought in last year could cost Scotland 1 million passengers in the next 3 years. Aberdeen, Edinburgh and Glasgow airports commissioned a study to assess the impact of the rise in air passenger duty tax brought in last November. The research suggests the tax rise will cost the Scottish economy up to £77 million in lost tourism spend and jeopardise ambitions to grow Scotland's international air route network. Gordon Robertson is at Edinburgh Airport.
APD will have a devastating effect on Scottish aviation and tourism industries. A recent study by Glasgow, Edinburgh and Aberdeen airports has shown that it will cost Scotland around 1.2 million passengers over the next 3 years, which equates to around £77 million worth of tourism revenue. Given that the Chancellor is looking to double APD over the next 4 years to 2015, we can see that this increase is only the tip of the iceberg and will lose many more passengers to come.
Air passenger duty was first introduced in 1994 at a rate of £5 for European destinations and £20 for elsewhere. The past 3 years have seen a succession of rate increases, with passengers now paying up to £170 in tax. The Scottish Salmon Company had a record year, with turnover increasing by almost 50% to £92.4 million. The company said pre-tax profits grew from £10.5 million to £31.5 million, helped by high prices for its premium products. The average price per kilogramme rose from 55 to 92 pence.
It was a very successful year indeed, a very good year, and particularly when you consider the difficult economic climate that everybody's operating within. We've had a particularly good year, largely because of changes that the company's made in its own operating practices, but also a very strong market situation that we've been able to capitalise on. The combination of the two, a very successful year.
In the fourth quarter, the Scottish Salmon Company saw turnover rise from £22.9 million to £29.2 million, with profits rising from £4.9 million to £9.7 million. Scotland's largest independent brewery, Brewdog, saw its UK sales rise by 230% last year. The Fraserburgh-based brewer sold more than 7 million bottles of beer in 2010, compared to 3.2 million in 2009. On-trade sales also rose by a record 260% in the last quarter of 2010. Brewdog sales were boosted from significant distribution deals with Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrisons and Waitrose last year. Its most popular beer, Punk IPA, accounted for 50% of total sales of £3.9 million, and now more than half of all sales are in exports. Brewdog co-founder James Watt said the company's strong results are evidence the market has shifted away from mass-produced to specialist beers. Brewdog opened its first pub in Aberdeen last September and now plans to open more pubs in Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Manchester and London this year. The company said it also hopes to move into its new £5 million brewing facility at Dice in the outskirts of Aberdeen by 2012. I'm Layla Burt in Glasgow. For more business news, go to business7.co.uk.